we're talking hyperpigmentation as an aspect of internal breakdown. This is the theme that we have here in the last few months that we've been talking about skincare. The theme is that skin is part of the inside of the body. It just shows up. It just looks like it's on the outside. If you got a skin health problem, you got a internal problem. Very few skin issues are topical issues. Why don't we hear about this? Well, people make a lot of money selling skincare products, and they're not going to tell you that your hyperpigmentation or your acne or your eczema or your whatever it is, your topical condition is an internal condition, because they're going to sell you a product. I got an email here yesterday. Oh, by the way, Beverly Hills MD, some people told me the Beverly Hills MD, and I did mention this. First, I said that it was not a Beverly Hills doctor. It is a Beverly Hills doctor, just in terms of correcting a mistake that I made. It's still a silly product, but the MDs are indeed from Beverly Hills. Just want to clear that up. Got another email here. What's your under eye circle type? So many people have have a discoloration under their eyes, and they think it's a pigment problem, or they have bagginess under their eyes, and they'll think it's a pigment problem. So no surprise, companies that sell their products at stores like Sephora, who sent me this particular ad from yourbeauty.com. What's your under eye circle type? And they're supposedly, according to these dimwits at yourbeauty.com, there's different types of under eye circles, and of course you buy different products for your different under eye circles. And I say dimwits, and I mean it. Yourbeauty.com dimwits, or they're deceitful. I don't know which one. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say they're just dimwits. Under eye circles are not a topical issue. You don't use a cream for under eye circles. They're a circulatory issue. And in addition to being dim-witted, it's kind of mean-spirited. Because if you have under eye circles and you have a circulatory problem, that means you got a kidney issue, you got a blood issue, you got a heart issue, you got a pressure issue. And all of these can be fatal. All of these are going to lead to your early demise and increase your risks of degenerative diseases, heart disease, kidney disease, etc. Under eye circles are serious business. They're an internal problem. They're not a skin problem. And any bonehead who sends you an email or tells you to put a cream on for your under eye circles is not only a bonehead, but they're playing with your life. Under eye circles are a sign that something is getting into the blood, and this is so important. Failure to heal, degeneration, under eye circles, arthritis, macular degeneration. I get macular degeneration letters every day. All of these are signs of dirty blood, toxicity. This is the theme that runs behind, the thread that runs within all health issues, dirty blood. No matter what it is, a skin issue, internal issue, blood pressure issue, heart issue, autoimmune issue, dirty blood. And, by the way, if you've been given an anti-inflammatory drug for any health condition that you have, and that includes prednisone and Motrin and naproxen, if you've been given an anti-inflammatory drug, you can rest assured that your symptoms are related to stress, because that's what inflammation is. Inflammation, swelling, fluid accumulation. These are all the manifestation of a stress response. So if you've been given an anti-inflammatory for your health challenge, guaranteed you have some kind of burden on the body. If you hear the word immunity, as in autoimmunity or immune disease, guaranteed you've got some kind of emergency in the system, inflammation, degeneration. If these are part of the name of your so-called dis-ease, if it has the word degeneration in it, as in macular degeneration, or if they've given you an anti-inflammatory drug like prednisone or Motrin, or if you hear the word immunity in your health issue as an autoimmune problem, you've got a burden, a stress, an emergency in the system. And the intelligent, non-medical thing to do, intelligence and equals non-medical, the intelligent, non-medical strategy is to figure out what the heck is getting into the body. And when we talk about getting into the body, when we talk about the body manifesting an emergency response, a survival response, a stress response, we're talking about the blood. Whenever we say something is getting into the body, what we mean is the blood. And this is what's behind everything, you guys. Everything that involves a degenerative condition, chronic degenerative disease, which is the vast majority of our health challenges. It all has to do with a body that is trying to protect itself. It's trying to get by. It's a sign of the stress response. And this is the secret of healing that your medical professional doesn't tell you, because he doesn't know, Well, probably because he doesn't know. It could be he doesn't want to tell you, but probably he doesn't know. In the realm of chronic degenerative disease, the vast majority of our health concerns, not infections here. I'm not talking about infections. I'm not talking about trauma. I'm talking about chronic degenerative disease, diseases that just progressively get worse, that don't heal. Doctoring is about assessing sickness and then managing it. It's not about returning the body to a healthy state, because that's not medicine's job. The part that gets me mad, and why I sometimes get a little bit, angry here on the program and when I'm doing my talks, is because doctors pretend to know. And they're arrogant about it. And the medical model is chauvinistic about it and attacks viciously anyone who says something different. You can go to jail for saying something different if it regards cancer. There are people in jail because they said something different or opposing the medical model. There's even doctors in jail because they had the nerve to go against the standard medical dogma when it comes to cancer. Disease is a lifestyle issue, and it's our business, chronic degenerative disease, even cancer.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state in back taxes, you know they'll never stop coming after you. With bank levies, wage garnishments, they'll even seize your home or business. The good news? A government program for tax debt forgiveness. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative.
I'm Paul Sibley with U.S. Tax Shield. We can help navigate the new laws, get you protected, and resolve your tax issues permanently.
Call the experts at U.S. Tax Shield now for your free consultation and get a guaranteed quote to resolve your case. Call 800-436-6451. That's 800-436-6451.
Hey, Berkey Guy here. Are you still drinking unfiltered tap water? Does your water contain chlorine or fluoride? Will you have drinkable water in an emergency? The Berkey Guy is here to help you remove these and other potential contaminants from your water, thus helping you drink clean, purified water. We offer Berkey water purification systems at the lowest available prices online. Don't go another moment without a Berkey system. Over the last 10 years, we've helped thousands drink clean, purified water. Join them by visiting goberkey.com or call me, the Berkey Guy, at 877-886-3653. That's 877-886-3653.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich? Working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare? Having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom106.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom106.com. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom106.com.
Mike Stenerson for Midas Resources. At no time in history have precious metals been more important, certainly not in my 22 years in the industry. The dollar has lost over 90% of its value in the last 60 years. No fiat currency has ever survived the government printing presses. Ours is not immune. The time is now to be proactive. 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Anything tied to the dollar is at risk. CDs, annuities, 401ks, IRAs, stocks, bonds, you name it, so decide. Do you want to leave a legacy of wealth or debt for your family? The choice is yours. Call me at 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Be proactive, not reactive. Call 1-800-686-2237. 2237, extension 116.
I am a 47-year-old female and had a heart attack in 2005. This is Alice from New Jersey. I still get angina, even with 4 stents. I was taking nitro 2 or 3 times a week. The very first day after taking Heart and Body Extract, the chest pain was gone. Now I don't wear a nitro patch.
Learn the secrets of an effective, natural, 100% organic nutritional supplement for a healthy heart and circulation at hbextract.com.
The human body is more than 60% water. Your brain and muscles are 75% water. And your blood is 92% water. Water is vital to your body, and alkalizing your water is the key to keep it running at its best. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops keep your entire body healthy, boosts energy, promotes weight loss, and even fights cancer. Call 800-518-7615 or go to alkavision.com to find out more. That's alkavision.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Why do over 50% of North Americans suffer from some form of chronic ailment? Could it be due to a toxic overload? It's time to take back your life. Get the lead out as well as the cadmium, mercury, and calcium. Extendovite is a garlic cayenne supplement with 5 other herbs that acts like a natural Drano, cleaning out the stored toxins, restoring your energy and youthfulness that we've lost. If you would like to live your life free of sickness, pain, or fear, then Extendovite is for you. Available in either capsules or liquid, you too can see why Extendovite is the #1 heart drop available. To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822, or visit our website at heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Are you excited about the World Wide Web? Do you want a place where you can share your ideas and express yourself? Well, dial up your modems and stream on down to the GCN Live Community Forum. Lots of radical features await you there.
Wow, Internet guy, I'm so glad I went to the GCN Live Community Forum.
You too can discover why the World Wide Web is awesome. Just go to gcnlive.com/forum. That's gcnlive.com/forum. I'll see you in cyberspace. Friend GCN Live on Diaspora and Cross.tv.
Thousands of people seeking home security get ripped off every day, and the home security industry wants you to believe that's your only option. They've got hordes of salesmen out there trying to scare you into signing one of their long-term contracts. You get stuck writing huge checks month after month with no way out. It's robbery by contract, and it can cost you thousands. But there's a better way to protect your home. Simply Safe Home Security. Simply Safe has no contracts. None. You'll get award-winning 24/7 protection. Security professionals watching over your home, ready to instantly send police to the rescue for just $14.99 per month. That's less than half what most companies charge. Protect your home the smart way. Visit simplysafedefense.com today for an exclusive 10% offer and get a free keychain remote worth $25. Only when you go to simplysafedefense.com. simplysafedefense.com.
Everyone says or does something silly once in a while, but once that embarrassing thing is on the internet, it can spread like a terrible rash. Put it to rest. Get a free expert analysis today from Reputation.com. It only takes 30 seconds. 800-831-0771. We protect your online image by helping to make sure that when people search for you or your business, they find the most current, accurate information possible. Reputation.com, because word travels fast. Call for a free analysis today. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771.
Are you still looking for that one iodine that you can really trust? A medical doctor endorsed product that is backed by honest research and true integrative science? Then search no further. Go to NutriMedical.com for Dr. Bill Deagle's Nutriodine, proven time and time again to be the very best iodine available for you. Nutriodine is the only Tesla-activated monatomic plasma iodine in the world. It optimizes mitochondrial function and generation of new mitochondria, from totally neutralizing the venom from a desert recluse spider bite in Southern California to eliminating malaria malaria parasites reported by medical missionaries in central India. Dr. Bill's Nutriodine is simply the most powerful healing formula there is. Nutriodine clears the body of all known pathogens, restores it to an alkaline state, and even promotes stem cell regeneration. Order Dr. Bill's Nutriodine today at 888-212-8871 or visit us online at NutriMedical.com.
We're talking about hyperpigmentation, melasma, dark spots on the skin. Very common complaint, very frustrating complaint. Doctors have a tough time dealing with hyperpigmentation issues because once the pigment's on the skin, you guys, it's over. The trick to taking care of pigmentation issues is to take care of the stuff that's coming up tomorrow. Now, you can use some topical products that will help reduce hyperpigmentation, but like all skin issues, dark spots, melasma, hyperpigment, all are about an internal condition. And all internal conditions, in turn, are about dirty blood. There's nothing the medical model can do. In fact, drugs just make the blood dirtier, and surgeries just create more of an emergency response. How ironic that our medical strategies for taking care of the body make the body worse, with the exception of antibiotics for infections and stitching people up for emergency trauma kinds of issues. All our strategies, ALL, all our medical strategies, capital A-L-L, all our medical strategies for dealing with chronic degenerative disease make the body worse. This is not me just saying this. This is logic. The body now has to process toxins. You've suppressed chemistry. You've stopped the body from doing what it needs to do. How can that ever be in our health interest? Do you need emergency medicine every now and again? Yes. Am I thrilled that we have pain pills available to us? Yes. I keep Percocet in my medicine cabinet, and I recommend everybody does. You never know when you're going to need some pain pills, so praise God for pain pills. You never know when you're going to need an antibiotic. It's a good thing we have them. But for chronic degenerative disease, your beta blockers, calcium channel blockers, diuretics, anti-inflammatories, immune suppressants, these all make the body worse. How can a medical professional who's sworn to take care of us, to help us, who takes money for it, use these kinds of strategies? Now, when it comes to the creation of degenerative disease, doctoring can't do anything about it. As Dr. Andrew Weil reminds us in his book, Spontaneous Healing, when it comes to degenerative disease, no cures are possible. And he's right. Of course, cures aren't possible because degenerative disease is about a breakdown process. The only way you take care of a degenerative disease, you don't cure it, you reverse it. You troubleshoot it. You reverse engineer. I was talking to an engineer yesterday on the phone who had a health challenge. I love talking to engineers because they understand what I'm talking about. Well, we can all be engineers. You don't have to have a 4-year degree. We can all understand the process of engineering and reverse engineering. You work backwards. If we're degenerating, all we got to do is figure out why we're not regenerating, because the body's regenerative under healthy conditions, and it's always going to involve an element of survival or a stress response. Nutritional deficiency, that causes a stress response. Lack of oxygen, that causes a stress response. Mental and emotional issues, stress response. Toxicity, stress response. Sugar, stress response. Did you guys catch this latest thing from Coca-Cola? This one cracks me up. Coca-Cola funded research to show that it wasn't sugar that makes you gain weight, it's lack of exercise. Great. Sugar's no problem. Listen, sugar is an issue because it causes an emergency. Obesity is a manifestation of the stress response. If you can't lose weight and you've done everything you know to do to lose weight and the pounds just aren't coming off, you got a body that thinks it's protecting you from a famine. That's why we can't lose weight when we try. Now, a lot of people, they're obese and they've done all the dietary strategies and taken the medicine. They've done everything they could do. They're resorting to, with the complicity of their medical professional, cutting themselves up, stapling their stomach because they just can't figure out how to lose weight. Well, guess what? If you can't lose weight, you got a classic sign of the emergency response. Pack that up in an envelope and mail it to your doctor. Tell him what I just said and see if he can deny that. Obesity, weight gain are one of the ways the body protects us. It's one of the ways the body survives itself, survives famines. Well, there's no famines, but the body doesn't know that. Nutritional supplementation is important not in a this for that way. Not so much, oh, I got this problem, what supplement do I take? This is the kind of letters I get all the time from folks who haven't heard this program or heard my presentations, they're under the impression that you do something called allopathic nutrition. Allopathy is Latin for against disease. Allopathy is the way the medical model works. It fights disease. There's a commercial now for all these people talking about how cancer is an enemy, and cancer, you're not going to do this to me, as if cancer is somehow the outside coming in and attacking us. We have a model that is a wartime model. We have wars for everything. We got wars against cancer. We got wars on drugs. We got wars on terrorism. We got wars everywhere because we have a model where everything is fighting everything else. The way you take care of disease is you don't fight disease. You reverse disease. You work backwards. The reason nutritional supplements are important is because they help the body get strong again, not because they cure disease. Every once in a while, there'll be these studies that come out where doctors or scientists or researchers will use omega-3s for heart disease, and they'll say, omega-3s don't work for heart disease. We proved it. Magnesium doesn't work. Or I'll have other people, doctors or people who know a little bit of health, they'll say, well, where are the studies that show omega-3s help with heart disease or with anything else? That's not how it works. Supplementation is important because we're not getting the stuff in our food that's supposed to run our bodies. We make the body healthy with all these strategies we talk about here on the bright side. The body cures disease. God cures disease. The divine force cures disease because that's its nature, to heal and regenerate. The secret to why we don't heal, even though we got more doctors per capita than any other culture in the history of mankind, more drugs available to us, more fancy schmancy diagnostics and surgical procedures, and we all have our Obamacare and our insurance, but we're still sick. We're still dropping dead of diseases after 6 decades of life. Most of us, many of us anyway, get 60 or 70 years. That's so sad. That is so tragic. And then we rot the last 30 years. That's even worse. The reason we don't access or leverage our 120 years of God-given existence, Doc Wallach says 150 years, but it's certainly more than 60 or 70. And the reason we decay the last half of it is hidden. Despite the fact we have all these doctors, it's hidden in the very word disease. Dis-ease, lack of ease. It's hidden in the word. It's hidden in plain sight. That's the way the models work. That's the way the disempowering paradigms, all of it, government paradigms, political paradigms, legal paradigms, medical paradigms, they all work by taking things that are the truth and the facts, and they hide them in plain sight. The secret to reversing disease is hidden in plain sight. It's right in the word. Dis-ease. How do you reverse disease? You go back to ease. And that's where nutritional supplementation and oxygenation and moving and mental strategies, emotional strategies, and spiritual strategies come in. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back right after this. Don't go away. FDA clears, check this out. This is so cool. Spiritam. Levetiracetam. It's an anti-inflammatory. It sounds like, actually, it's for seizure disorders. Sounds like some kind of anti-inflammatory, which makes sense because seizures have an element of inflammation, which has an element of stress and survival, as we just spoke. Oh, this is a really cool one. Levetiracetam. Levetiracetam is how you say it. Okay. Spiritam. Expected to be available in the first quarter of 2016. All right, so far so good, just normal. Nothing spectacular about that. It's indicated for partial onset seizures, myoclonic seizures, epilepsy kinds of things, which are, as we say, inflammatory. But this is the most amazing thing about this new drug. Check this out, made by Aprecia Pharmaceuticals. It's 3D printed. How do you like that? It's the first 3-dimensional printed oral drug. Have you guys heard of this thing, 3D printing? 3D printing is when you get a machine, you stick it in your computer, you press a couple buttons, and stuff comes out of the machine. It's printed. Things are printed, not paper. You can print forks and spoons. You can print widgets and screws. You can print tools. You can print parts for your car. This is the latest technological advance. There's actually, I remember talking about 3D printing on a radio show I was doing a few years ago, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, or actually about 6 or 7 years ago, and I was blown away when I first heard about 3D printing. I was like, are you kidding me? I can print whatever I want? You can print food. You can print hamburgers. That's how food is going to be delivered to us in the future. It's going to be printed. Well, I was blown away by this 8 years ago. Now there are magazines and bookstores dedicated to 3D printing. dedicated to all kinds of things that you can print. You could print statues and toys and devices and parts for your computer and for hardware in your house. This is amazing. Now you can print 3D drugs. You can have three-dimensionally printed drugs. This is the pharmacy of the future. You're going to have it all in software. It's all going to be 3D printed. All in the effort to make sure we are all prescriptionized and drugged out to our maximum capabilities, maximum capacities. All right, two new acne products, non-prescription acne products from a company called Galderma. They're not new because there's nothing new under the sun, as they say. There's nothing new. These are new products, but the ingredients aren't new. 0.5% salicylic acid, which, by the way, is very effective for dealing with acne, but not 0.5%. You need 2%. 2% is all you're going to get, but you really need 3, 4, 5% salicylic acid. Have a pharmacist make it for you. If they don't know how to make it, have them call me and I'll tell them. So this is from Galderma. It's a drug company, Galderma. They got two new acne products with the same old. 2.6% benzoyl peroxide. Great. Same stuff you buy in the drugstore. East Indian sandalwood oil. Really? Are you serious? It's not just sandalwood oil, by the way. It's East Indian sandalwood oil. And then French clay. That's their cleanser, and that's what they're all proud of. Why are they proud of it? Because they don't understand that acne is an internal condition. Check back on our shows, the 7 different types of acne, if you want to know how to deal with acne. Of course, we'll probably be talking about it in the future here when we finish talking about hyperpigmentation. So the secret why we're not healing as well as we should is hidden in the word dis-ease. Illness is dis-ease. It's a body out of ease, a body that's freaked out. Calm the body down with good nutrition, nutritional supplements, eating less food, more oxygen, staying away from sugar, or as best as you can, and certainly by staying away from your prescription drugs and even from your doctor. That's probably a good idea too. One of the major causes of stress, the major cause of stress, not one of, the major cause of stress is dirty blood. And the blood gets dirty from through a lot of routes. There's a lot of routes of administration of poison and toxins and dirt into the blood. Digestion clearly is the most important. And we'll talk about that tomorrow. How to clean the blood, what dirty blood is really about, and how it relates to hyperpigmentation, excess pigmentation. All right, our number 844-236-6010 if you want to join the Brightside Ben team and help spread the word about how important and powerful a good nutritional supplement program is. If you want some part-time income or full-time income for that matter, you can call the phone team at 866-735-2470. Love to have you on my team. You can also sign up right off brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. Jim in Michigan, good morning. Welcome to the Brightside.
Hey, good morning, Ben. How you doing?
Doing good. What's up, my friend?
Well, you were talking, it's just amazing I'm calling today because I'm having an issue with dry skin, but it's just around my lips and it's, let's say, right up above the mustache line with the crease there.
You sure is it just dry, or is there rashiness or bumpiness or anything like that?
Well, no, it's red. After I shave, it turns red in those areas, and if I don't, I've been putting coconut oil on it. But what it does, after I shave, which you think that's when the skin comes off, but then about an hour later, it'll all be flaky in those areas.
Okay, well, flaky is different from rashy. Rashy is an immune response. Flaky is a lack of moisture factors in the skin. So let's address each of those. Dry and flaky first. Dry and flaky, you want to think about fats and fatty vitamins. The skin is very thin in that area, so it makes sense that would be the area where you'd notice it more than any other area. The thinner the skin, the more sensitive it's going to be. And on the upper lip, you have very thin skin. Actually, in that whole periorbital, around the mouth area, periorbital means around the mouth, the around the mouth area is very, very thin, so it makes sense that you would have problems in that area if you're going to have problems. So when you have a dry or flaky, think fats. And you want to think fats from two directions. Number one, you want to think about fats from an intake point of view. And number two, you want to think about fats from an absorption point of view. And they are both important, intake and absorption. And when I say fats, I'm primarily talking fatty vitamins and essential fatty acids. So the first thing to do is to take the stuff. Get yourself on the ultimate EFAs, 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, 3 at night, 9 a day. And divide the doses up. Try to take them with some meals, and it would help you if you use some ultimate enzymes with your fats. Vitamin A is the key, the most important skin vitamin. It's a fatty vitamin, and let me say it again. It's the most important skin vitamin. Arguably, vitamin C is close, and it's up there, but I have to give the nod to vitamin A. And you want to make sure you're using 20,000 international units a day. Most supplements aren't going to give you that much, so you got to go out of your way to get 20,000 IU a day of vitamin A. Don't worry about any boneheaded medical or nutritional professional who says to you that it's too much. It's not too much. 20,000 a day, but you got to take it with all your other vitamins. You don't want to just take vitamin A. Vitamin A and zinc go together, and zinc also has a role to play in keeping skin cells healthy. So make sure you're using 50, that's 50 milligrams of zinc with your vitamin A. And then it wouldn't hurt you to make sure you're getting your other fatty vitamins either. 400 IU a day of vitamin E, along with vitamin D, which you can either get through your omega fatty acids, your ultimate EFAs. Ultimate EFAs will get you some vitamin D. Personally, I think the sun is the best place to get your vitamin D, assuming you don't have rashy or eczema problems, because sometimes, the sun can help there too. Just get yourself a little bit of sun, and then maybe 5,000, anywhere from 2 to 5,000 micrograms of vitamin K. Now, if you have an absorption problem, you'll know because you'll be gassy and bloaty after you eat certain foods, or you'll have loose stools, or you'll have some kind of digestive issue, heartburn. If that's the case, you want to make sure you're using your Biolumin Nightly Essence with your fats. There's a very important relationship between fat absorption, fats in general, and probiotics or good bacteria. Got to take a break, Jim, so don't go away. Got a couple more things to say. If you're on hold, don't go away. We'll get to you too when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communications Network. We'll be back after this. All right. Welcome back to The Bright Side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for joining us. Got a note here from a gal who wants to know about asthma. She says, where is she here? Deborah says, greetings. I need some alternative suggestions for my asthma attacks, which luckily aren't frequent. Asthma, classic example of an immune problem. Not auto, but an immune problem, a stress problem, an emergency problem. Look to the immune system, which is located in the digestive tract, especially if you're getting flares. Notice when you get your asthmatic flare, what did you eat? Now, you can have exercise-induced asthma. You can have asthma based on toxicity that comes in through stuff you breathe, of course. But for the most part, you're looking at an immune system load that starts off with digestive problems. Shouldn't be a surprise to anybody who listens to this program. It all begins in the digestive system. And I'm not Mr. Food Nazi guy either. That's not my job. I'm just sitting here to tell you that if you have a health challenge, the first thing to do is focus on the stuff that's getting into the blood through the digestive system. Considering we're all eating foods that didn't exist 200 years ago, that shouldn't be a surprise. It should be just pretty much common knowledge, and certainly to any healthcare professional. But if you even know a little bit about the body, you could see how there'd be a relationship between the foods we're eating and our health challenges, considering the foods we're eating didn't exist 200 years ago, which to the human body, which is millions of years old, that's like a blip. That's like a split second, 200 years. Anyway, Jim, in Michigan, focus on fats, essential fatty acids, your ultimate EFAs. Make sure you're getting vitamin A, 20,000 IU a day. Take it with zinc. Throw in your other fatty vitamins, vitamin D from the sun, maybe 2,000 to 5,000 micrograms a day of vitamin K2, and then vitamin E, 400 IU a day. Coconut oil will be a little bit soothing on the skin, but it's not necessarily going to help you much. If you really want some healing, go to truthtreatments.com and get my omega-6 healing cream. Now, if you have a digestive problem, Jim, you're going to know it because you're going to feel uncomfortable after you eat certain foods. Does that sound familiar at all?
Not really.
Okay. That doesn't mean it's not there. That doesn't mean it's just maybe not blatant, but focus on that. Look for that. You want to find that. And you also want to look for other health challenges. How old are you, Jim?
I'll be 67 this September.
Okay, so you want to look to see if there's any other kinds of health issues that you have. Just the way we live our lives over the course of time, at 67, you've had 6+ decades to do whatever you're doing if you're doing something wrong. I'm not saying you are, but if you are, you want to know what those challenges, what those issues are going to be. So look for blood sugar problems, fatigue issues, maybe rashes on other parts of your body. If your hair is falling out, if you got prostate problems, any of these things would tell you, or information, that there's something else percolating in the body. If there's nothing there and it's just a skin issue, then the fatty vitamins and the digestive strategies are going to help you. And if you really want instant relief, use my omega-6 healing cream, which you can find out about on truthtreatments.com.
Can I tell you something that really amazing happened this summer up here where I live?
Sure.
I just found out that our old buddy Doc Wallach just purchased a residence up here in my area.
In Michigan?
Yeah, he's about maybe 7 miles from me. I've already gone to a couple of his conferences.
Oh, get to know him. Get to know him. He's just a beautiful, beautiful human being. Aside from being a polymath and absolutely brilliant, I mean, over the top brilliant on not just in health, in terms of history and sociology and politics. I mean, this guy knows everything. Get to know him, and he's very accessible, very friendly guy. All right.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Actually,
are you in the Upper Peninsula? I'm sorry, Jim. Upper Peninsula?
No, I'm about 35 miles from the Mackinac Bridge in a little town in Harbor Springs, God's country.
That sounds beautiful. Good for you. Well, enjoy your winter, though. Enjoy your winter coming up.
Hey, Ben, does organic carrots have a lot of vitamin A in it?
Tons of vitamin A, but a lot of sugar, too, so you got to be a little bit careful with your carrots. Best to mix your carrots up with savory, with onions and garlic and that kind of stuff to take the edge off some of that sugar. But carrots are a great food, aside from the sugar.
Thanks, Ben.
All right? Thank you. Have a beautiful day, Jim. Good to talk to you. I'm glad you called. RC in California, welcome. What's up, my friend? RC? Do we have RC?
Ben, I couldn't hear you say RC. Hey, I was just reading something on hydrogen-rich water.
All right.
What do you think of that?
Well, it's not bad. Hydrogen, water is H2O, as everybody probably knows, but hydrogen-rich water has extra hydrogen, and hydrogen is very powerful stuff. It's an antioxidant. There's a lot of good literature about hydrogen-rich water. That's hard to say for some reason. And it's not necessarily as bad, but you got bigger fish to fry, RC. Nobody has a deficiency in hydrogen. Hydrogen is the most abundant element on the planet, in the universe, and nobody has a hydrogen deficiency. We do have vitamin C deficiencies and vitamin E deficiencies and mighty 90 essential nutrient deficiencies. So that to me, that's a much bigger problem than hydrogen issues, although hydrogen is an antioxidant, and there is actually some good literature that I've read about hydrogen-rich water. Thanks for your call, RC. Is that good to help you?
Okay, thank you, Ben.
All right, take care, man. All right, Stephen in Texas. What's cooking? Welcome to the bright side.
Ben?
Hey, Stephen. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hold on a second. Let me get my...
Stephen?
Oh, okay, yeah, great. Okay, so direct to the point, for a type 1 diabetic, is there a possibility if there's an excessive amount of carbohydrates, but I mean sort of good carbohydrates or relatively good, like apples and carrots, as opposed to refined or any bread. Is there a possibility of developing insulin resistance when, of course, it's not your own insulin, but
yes. Yes. To short answer, yes. Is it you? Do you have? Are you talking about yourself or somebody you know?
Yes.
Have you noticed that your insulin dose has to keep going up?
No, I don't have that many a day, so it's
okay. Well, it's going to happen. You sound young. You sound like you're not even 30. Am I correct?
Oh my gosh, no. I'm way over 30.
Are you? You sound very young. How old are you?
I'm 47.
Really? Okay, well, that's great. You sound young. So here's the deal. You will get insulin resistance, and they have to keep upping your dose on the insulin. All right? So type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease as opposed to type 2 diabetes, which is, as you point out, when your body just stops listening to insulin. Type 1 diabetes, your body doesn't make insulin. Type 2 diabetes is your body stops listening to insulin. They both have the effect of messing up your blood sugar. Oh, by the way, they used to tell you that once you have type 1 diabetes, it's over. Not true. All the latest literature on type 1 diabetes says that it is reversible, that beta cell, which I could have told you that. Everything's reversible. You have, but now the science is corroborating that. The beta cells, those are the cells that make insulin, and the cells that are attacked in the particularly or the specific autoimmune disease called type 1 diabetes. They do regenerate, as it turns out, and just common sense would tell you that. But now we know it scientifically. So just Google beta cell regeneration. Go to scholar.google.com. Also, this is so important, and if you've listened to this program, it's a no-brainer, but for people who are a little skeptical about what I talk about, now we know that there is an intimate connection between probiotics, dysbiosis, messed up gut bacteria, digestive health, and diabetes, both type 1 and type 2. So for diabetes, focus on digestive health. Remember, our triangle of disease. Diabetes is the second point on the triangle of disease. The first point is the digestive system. So as always, with any health challenge, if you have type 1 or type 2 diabetes, biolumin nightly essence, digestive enzymes, the ultimate enzymes, apple cider vinegar, Google apple cider vinegar and diabetes. Apple cider vinegar is a great way to stabilize blood sugar. More fiber, digestive health, and then start working on your blood sugar. And then the last thing that you said, Steve, was about the fruit. Apples and carrots, and this also goes for our caller from Michigan, Jim. You know, carrots have lots of good stuff in them, but they're also very high in sugar. So if you're going to do your carrots, do them with more savory kinds of veggies, do them with more fiber, or with fiber, I should say, and then try not to do carrot juice, which is just pure sugar. If you're going to eat the carrot, eat the whole carrot. If something tastes sweet, that's sugar. In particular, in the case of fruit and carrots, you're dealing with fructose, and fructose has problems associated with it that even sucrose doesn't have. So you got to be extra careful. You'll get fiber with your carrots, and you'll get other nutrients in there for sure that'll help you process the sugar. So it's not like a candy bar, but it's still something that you want to be respectful of. I'm sorry, go ahead, Steve.
Right, and I do all that. So what would you, just shooting from the hip, what would you say is a maximum percentage of calories or whatever?
That doesn't work that way. There's no maximum there's no maximum amount of calories that you have to do. But what you want to do is you want to eat minimally.
That are those kind of vegetables that are or
as little as you have to. As little as you have to. I can't tell you an exact number. As little as you have to. A bite, a bite or two, a carrot maybe, a couple carrots, that kind of thing. I got to go, Steve. We're out of time. But thanks for your call. I hope I helped you out on that. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for listening, friends. To the bright side, we'll be back at you tomorrow with more good health information. Check out my websites, pharmacistben.com, brightsideben.com, criticalhealthnews.com. And if you want to purchase any Truth Treatment products, including our retinol gel, go to truthtreatments.com. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to y'all later. Have a spectacular, awesome, wonderful day. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Bye for now.
Silver has always been nature's very own antibiotic, and only one system allows you to produce an endless supply of nano-sized silver solutions right from the convenience of your home. Silver Lungs. With the addition of our unique lung delivery system, respiratory infections are targeted directly, where traditional oral administration simply cannot reach. This pioneering method also preserves the original particle sizes and delivers your silver solution directly into the bloodstream. See the Silver Lungs generator and lung delivery system at silverlungs.com. That's silverlungs.com.
We use mobile devices right against our bodies every day, but growing scientific evidence has emerged showing serious health risks associated with exposure to EMF radiation emitted from these devices. The solution is Defender Shield, the most effective mobile radiation shielding ever developed. Defender Shield blocks virtually 100% of EMF radiation from cell phones, tablets, and laptops, and starts at just $64.99. Buy now at DefenderShield.com. For 10% off, use promo code GCN. DefenderShield.com, the worldwide leader in mobile radiation shielding.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit, then carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Everyone says or does something silly once in a while, but once that embarrassing thing is on the internet, it can spread like a terrible rash. Put it to rest. Get a free expert analysis today from Reputation.com. It only takes 30 seconds. 800-831-0771. We protect your online image by helping to make sure that when people search for you or your business, they find the most current, accurate information possible. Reputation.com, because word travels fast. Call for a free analysis today. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771.
At 30dayfoodsupply.com, two of our top priorities are providing quality food at a reasonable price and protecting your security. When you call 800-700-2184, we will never record your phone call and never ask for your personal information, like how much food you have stored or where you keep it. We'll also never store your credit card information and email address on a computer. Your email address will never be shared or sold. We'll never limit the number of boxes you can purchase. We'll never use outside packers or use relabeled food from another company. Our meals are naturally high in fiber, carbs, and protein, and everything is packed with oxygen absorbers and Mylar pouches under our direct supervision at our plant in Oregon. Oregon Trail Foods and 30dayfoodsupply.com keep prices low by buying directly from their producers in Oregon and then passing the savings on to you. Call 800-700-2184 and purchase our 30-day 90-serving emergency food supply for only $99, and $10 ships your entire order to the lower 48. Visit our website, 30dayfoodsupply.com, or call 800-700-2184. That's 30dayfoodsupply.com at 800-700-2184.
Gold isn't for you? Ted Anderson, president of Midas Resources, one of the world's premier gold and precious metal investing firms. I get it. You wouldn't buy gold if you believed that the government is doing a great job, that the Fed will stop handing out trillions of dollars like bailout candy, that Social Security would be there for you. That's not what's happening. You might even pass on gold if the stimulus package wouldn't fuel inflation, or that the dollar wouldn't lose value, or that your retirement would be secure. If all looks rosy to you, then now is not the time to buy gold. For the realists, there have never been more sobering reasons to diversify with gold. Since 2001, the U.S. dollar index has tanked 30%, while gold has risen 300%. Right now, savvy investors are adding gold to their portfolios. You should too. Find out what they know. Call us and I'll send you 10 reasons why gold will do very well, free. 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Okay, honey, I have to ask, and be honest here. Have you been taking a little blue pill? Because things have been pretty good in the bedroom lately.
No, I swear.
You didn't pick anything up at the Pharmacia last month in Cancun?
No.
Well, something's different.
I have been taking that heart and body extract you bought me.
But that's for your heart and to control your cholesterol.
Well, I read HB extract also promotes healthy prostate function.
I never guessed it would work this well,
but you're glad it did.
Oh, yeah.
Heart and Body Extract is a 100% organic formula that promotes a strong heart, healthy arterial flow, better circulation, improves erectile and prostate gland function, and provides youthful energy, strength, and stamina. Find out more at heartandbodyextract.com. Heart and Body Extract paired with healthy heart choices is a winning combination. Call toll-free to order or for free information. 1-866-295-5305. 1-866-295-5305.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.